confirmation of the requisite funding. Mr. Speaker, to support the restructuring of the state corporation, the Cabinet approved the Privatization Bill 2023. It seeks to repeal the Privatization Act of 2005 and streamline the privatization process and in order to restructure the state-owned enterprises. This was subsequently submitted to this House by the National Treasury in May 2023. The bill, once enacted, will enable the selected state-owned enterprises to achieve their full potential by entrenching commercial principles and reduce their reliance on the exchequer funding. I urge honorable members to support the government in this endeavor. Mr. Speaker, in financial year 2022-2023, the government initiated a number of reforms in Kenya Power and Lighting Company, KPLC, and Kenya Airways, KQ, aimed at improving their efficiencies, reducing costs, and increasing revenues. To further enhance KPLC's financial sustainability, the government will restructure the balance sheet, mainly focusing on the huge loan balances, payables, and receivables. This will in turn address the current huge liquidity gap at KPLC. Towards this end, the government will implement a 4-point action plan focusing on, first, transfer of all transmission asset/stroke lines to Kenya Electricity Transmission Company, KETRACO. Second, the government will settle outstanding rural electrification schemes, RES operations and maintenance costs, which has a deficit of 19.4 billion as of June 2022, and ensure that KPLC and Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation enter into a commercial contract for the future rural electrification schemes maintenance costs. Third, the government will develop and implement a turnaround strategy that includes the reduction of system losses from the current 22.4% to 14.4% by end of June 2025. Fourth, the government will establish a new governance structure of KPLC to give private sector stakeholders fair representation reflecting the company's shareholding structure. With regard to Kenya Airways, the government's policy stance is to turn around the airline and position it as a Pan-African carrier that will ensure it is run with profitability and sustainability objectives, eventually reducing the airline's dependency on budgetary support. Let me turn